So I technically kind of did a retirement showcase for this guy, but not for the series. So I'm actually just doing another one in quick fight right now with Mr. Donald Cowboy Cerrone with the beard. Can't find out the guy with the hat unless I use a calf or something, but he's gonna have some fun with Cerrone. He retired in 2022 to Marshall's father, Jim Miller, got him with a nice guillotine. And Cerrone has been one of those fighters where he was very hot and cold. He had his deficiencies in what he did, but he was pretty solid for a time. You just never knew what type of Cerrone you were gonna get. He had some really solid Muay Thai. He had really, when it was on, he had a solid jab, solid cross, and a good left kick behind that too. To actually under-deliver his opponents. But he would admit multiple times in his career, like he was just mentally not in fights. Go for his front triangle. Yeah, he has that. But, you know, against the Conor McGregor fight, he admitted right before that fight that he was like already kind of mentally out of it. He was ready to lose. But then you'll see fights where Donald Cerrone is motivated and he's able to beat guys that he wasn't supposed to beat. Part of it sometimes does come to the fact that his opponents will have the wrong game plan. Like Aya Quinta, he just had to, easier said than done. But somebody like Quinta, who had way better pocket boxing than Cerrone, elected to stay at kickboxing range for too long, and it allowed Cerrone to build in his established range because he does get better as the fight goes along depending on his opponent. Early in fights, we saw against the rematch against RDA. Of course, he has that liver problem because of the motorcycle accident. I think every MMA fan that's followed long enough knows about that. So it's a target for his opponents, and he knows that. Had a couple fights in 170. I believe in 170s where he got that nice Dragon Ball Z style combo against, what was it, Rick Story? Pretty sure it was Rick Story. But it was a sick combo. You can hit that combo in game. I believe it was a body jab. It might have been like a body jab to the body cross and then lead uppercut and then to a high kick. Should have access to it. He has some pretty high level kickboxing. But when he went back to welterweight, you know, his career was back. He didn't beat anybody that was superbly higher ranked or anything like that. But he went on a pretty good finishing rate. But then he got TKO'd by Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal with some great counters against his body kick. The good left hook counter after parrying the body kick of Cerrone. And ended up finishing him. And then he went on a pretty good losing streak. He had a fight against Robbie Lawler that was close. He lost. You could argue the fight could have gone for him, but I could have changed things for him. And then he got TKO'd by Darren Kuliki Takatiri. Wow, you ain't too much damage there, Chimaev. Hey! He ended up beating Yancy Medeiros. Went 5 rounds with Leon Edwards. Ho-ho! But this man did not go 5 rounds with me. Goddamn. Beautiful. As Cerrone as we can get. A nice little head kick finish. But the 5 rounds with Leon Edwards was kind of... he had taken the first 3 rounds and he kind of coasted in rounds 4 and 5. And then he went back down to lightweight. Beat Mike Perry. Subbed Mike Perry with an armbar. TKO'd Alexander Hernandez. And then the Iquinta fight had. And after that, went on a losing streak against top-level competition. We probably should have called it after the Pettis and the Nico Price fight, lost to Morano, and then Marshall's father put the nail in the coffin for his career and got him with a submission. But hey, that's how it goes. See, this is a fight against Colby Covington. Happy this guy. I've fought this guy before. I think probably could have been on Quick Fight before, or could have been on Rank before. I don't remember how he plays, but we'll make do what we have to do. Nope, no touch. Cool. But see, if Cerrone does really well against wrestlers that haven't really gotten comfortable inside the octagon with dealing with linear strikes up the middle. People think it's really easy to take down guys in MMA. It can when you get comfortable, you understand what's coming your way. We're just gonna hang back. No! I thought you would have had a goddamn takedown. But the threat of uppercuts, the threat of front kicks, if you're not off to the right angle, and of course the threat of knees, clinching and strikes. Oh, come on! Fucking need his head. Oh, boy. Oh, if you were smart, you would have gone for the takedown. Oh, this is why I love quick fights sometimes. That you can't make that type of shit. I'm sorry. But when a wrestler early in his career is getting comfortable in the octagon, generally they'll avoid putting him against somebody who's really well established in the clinch, really well versed in some type of, clinch striking and, of course, kickboxing. Because if you take the legs away from a wrestler, it makes it harder to wrestle. It makes it harder to shoot. Now, if that wrestler has some stuff in the clinch where they can grapple and take you down that way, it makes him work a lot better. Now we're letting the hands go. Yeah, he picked up some really good wins. I remember Cerrone had beaten Barboza. Caught him with a jab when Barboza was just out of position. I think his feet were kind of crossing together. Dropped him with that, submitted him with a rear naked choke. He actually TKO'd Charles Oliveira. Had a really good fight against Benson Henderson. He went on a crazy streak after his first loss to RDA. I do remember that. It wasn't for the belt. It was, I think it was the undercard of, way before I started wrestling, before doing MMA. I think, and I've watched a lot of fights back. I think it was a Condit and Campman card. Yeah, he's gone on some pretty crazy good streaks, and it's good that he called it when he did, because you don't, the thrill of fighting, the thrill of being in the octagon and being in the light, it's one thing if you want to be there. Of course, being in your physical prime has an effect on that, but if you're not fighting at a super high level at a certain point, or if you're not able to beat people that you should have been able to beat, oh yes! We're gonna step back. That's good. We're just chilling. This is nice. It's nice to not have to sweat too much on a quick fight. Nope, no takedown. I figured you were gonna try to go for a takedown. Yeah, that's how I was saying. It's good that he called it when he did, but I really thought he probably should have called it after probably the Pettis fight. I think that would have been a good fight for him to end on, because it was such a close fight. Usually that type of stuff eats at you, but you just got finished 3 times in a row. You had a really good fight with a former UFC lightweight champion who also went on some shit. Has gone through his struggles as well. But it would have been good. Like, it would have been a nice little go away. It's kind of how I wanted Jose Aldo to retire after he beat Moicano. I wanted him to retire right there in Brazil. You took out the up and comer and call it there. But I digress. No touch. A lot of high-low blocking from this guy. So I'll give you guys a little bit of tips. So Cerrone, he's a 4-star fighter in this weight class at welterweight. But he has good tools if you can poke. I would clinch this guy, but I really don't want to clinch too much. I'll do it if it's there. But Cerrone can have a good poking game. Has diverse stuff, just like those kicks. Flying knees. He runs right into that head kick. Oh, Lord, the stamina. No, my amigo. Oh, come on. Maldito desgraciado. Should have fucking hit him with that front kick. But he has the lead body teep to switch kick. And what makes that lead body teep so good, watch. I'm just going to hang back. I'm going to give you guys a little lesson in footwork. I ain't doing shit. What is this extra shit he's doing? I don't know why he's doing all that. There's nothing behind those threats. And he's doing all this high-low blocking, high-low blocking. See where his hands are going? Because he's constantly scared of something, so he's hoping that the game makes the adjustment for him to block a kick, to do everything else. At some point, I'll work against somebody who gets really frustrated. But in my case, I've already won the round. I got the flying knee. I got the damage of old Cowboy. So the onus is on him now to kind of change the tempo of the fight. Hey, yes. Whoa, I'm glad he did not overhand after that. Could have been a flash. That's the one risk about using somebody that kicks a lot. Yeah, the lead body teep to switch kick. If you feint the lead body teep, it's just a good mix-up. Because it can also be, the lead body teep to switch kick can also be mixed up with the round kick off the rear leg. You can, if you have a question mark kick, Cerrone doesn't have a question mark kick, I don't think. I didn't look at his moveset before this. I do remember some from like the last showcase. But you can mix that up as well. But it's just a good feint to throw up overall. Yes! Perfect. Perfect. He did that to Ali Aquinta. I think Aquinta tried to shoot and he nailed him in the front. I don't think if he dropped him, but I know he stunned him pretty bad. Might have dropped him, not too sure. But we're just hanging, we're just chilling. Just showing you guys how to master some kickboxing range. There's a lot of ways to move it, and it's just very simple to just move to your right, move forward, move back. I'm moving outside of the power. Although Kobe doesn't have too much power, he did get a little bit of a buff after the second Usman fight. Move to our left, move to our right. There we go. Oh, another one. I want to get a head kick knockout, ideally off of the cross. So I'm going to be trying to fish for that. I'd hope that the cross or whatever I can try to throw to get the counter doesn't knock him out before the head kick. But we're in good company. Cerrone also has the body spinning side kick too. But easy round, easy round, easy round. Coasting. I like how the corner's telling Cerrone to settle down even though we're up 2 rounds. Maybe I like he's touching his eye. I think that's the same eye that his orbital got broken on. So if that's it's an unintentional thing for sure because you see other fighters do it too. But yeah, that's another thing. I remember he was fighting Tony Ferguson and then he blew his nose. Remember that was the thing. He blew his nose and it ended up blowing up the orbital, which is something that you're not supposed to do if you feel something wrong with your eye. And I think I don't know if he admitted it. I could be wrong. And he's like, oh yeah, he did that because he wanted to be out of the fight. Oh my God, he accidentally sidestepped. I know it was accidental because he didn't counter off of that. But yeah, I remember he blew his nose and then the fight had to be called off because of the doctor because he just blew up and looked like a goddamn pregnant eggplant. Then we can kind of pressure at will. It's a lot of defensive movement from this Kobe, but not enough substance behind it. You get him out? Nope. Yeah, go in the comment section and let me know what's your best Donald Cerrone highlight. Like, what is the best thing you remember from Donald Cerrone's career? I personally like that combo that he did against Rick Story. That's there's been a lot of cool edits. I know Ray Rod 747 had made an incredible edit that kind of like made him teleport with like instant transmission. Another head kick sits him down. So that's a really, really cool thing that came from Cerrone's career. Oh, that's a pull. Oh, the cross took him out. It would have been nice. Would have been nice for the head kick to land, but I think we're going to call it right there. All right. 2022 retirements. July 2nd, UFC 276. After a long storied career, Cerrone with a lot of submissions on his record, a couple of knockouts on his record, some close decision losses. It was a hell of a career for Mr. Cowboy Cerrone. He ain't even a real cowboy, but I think I ain't gonna go on too much of a rant. A cowboy in the sense of, you know what I mean. But hey, respect for what he was able to do in his career because not a lot of people can step into the octagon and put out the amount of highlights that he was able to do. So, and I also like that they did put in the hat for him when it comes to the ref's decision and all that other stuff. So that's going to be it for Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Hope you guys enjoyed the showcase. Remember 17. I appreciate all you. Bye.